Hello everybody, today we have another pair of parrotlets that are ready for adoption. One came in here a few months ago as a surrender, another came in here just a few days later as a rescue. The green came in here as a surrender. Their owners just didn't have the time to keep them properly entertained and tame. And the green was starting to show signs of stress, losing weight, feather plucking, and just suffering from a bad diet. The blue came in here as a rescue. He was in pretty rough shape. He had a lot of wounds and battle damage on him. He was being kept in a cage with a large amount of the American budgies who were picking on him, plucking on him, and injuring him. He took a bit of nursing to get back to health, back to full weight. He does still have a few battle scars on him, but his feathers have, for the most part, grown back. See if I can get him to turn around. Well, they have done wonders with a new diet, a larger cage, a good amount of antiseptic spray, and a good amount of polysporin. A few days in a little birdie anti-chew, anti-bite necklace, which they did not enjoy at all. This pair is, I would consider, to be semi-tame. They can be handled, picked up, and such. They will not bite or fight too much, but they are fearful. They're not used to being handled. They're not used to being paid attention to. But with a little bit of time from somebody with some bird experience, they will be able to come much of the way back. A little closer up view of the blue. You can see he does have some battle damage. He is a little bitey when being held and handled by unfamiliar, but he is not biting to harm at all. He's not biting very hard. Just wants to get away and be able to do his own thing. But in time, with a little bit of patience and handling, he will be able to become friendly again. He's not in a horrible panic to escape. He's just not very fond of being handled. Much the same holds true for the green female. Not really fond of being held and handled, but remaining pretty calm. It will take a little bit of time to get used to having new people. She also has a bit of a bump on her butt. It is soft, and it is often seen when a bird has been used as a breeder for quite some time. The people who surrendered her to me were not breeders, but they most likely did purchase her from a breeder. And in the time she's been here, that lump has not changed, grown, or anything else. It's probably just area of loose skin. You see she's already getting a little more calm. These birds, it just takes a little bit of personal time and attention to get them to come around again, and once again to trust people. I can handle her pretty easily. I do these trust exercises with her, but it might take a while before she gets used to being handled like this with a new person. She was completely wild when she first came in here, bitey and panicky, and we've already come quite a ways. The age is unknown. They are an older pair. They are not showing any major signs of old age, but they are past the age of breeding, most likely. So it shouldn't be too much concern about eggs being laid. Parrotlets are rather quiet birds. They are the smallest of the true parrots. And while they do have the big parrot personality, they're not very high on the volume level. They can do well in a cage as small as 24 inches across the front. But for a few dollars more, a cage that measures 30 inches across the front would be a much better fit for them and keep them happier. They do relatively well in out-of-cage free flight time. Although with their past experience, they do prefer to fly up somewhere high and just kind of stay there and watch. There is no rehoming fee for these fellows, but I will be screening any potential new owners to make sure that they can give them the proper level of care, provide suitable housing, and be able to give them a proper diet. They have both had a rough beginning, and while they have made great strides while they have been here for the last several months, they do have some way to go to be happy and healthy birdies once again. Anybody interested in these can contact me best through my Facebook page. Just do a search for Little Joe's Companion Birds.